Okay, so what they're trying to achieve now, being here? What's the goal? What? What happened? What's that? Я тебя люблю. How so? How so?
I'm actually being serious. I'm
What do you think I do? Want to give me a hug?
I want to give you a hug. Oh my God, I never thought I'd meet you.
Okay, so here we are. Doing what exactly? What are you doing over here?
Me? I'm standing here. This guy is the leader of the Revolutionary Communist Party.
Wow, isn't it fantastic?
No, I talk to everyone, and everyone's like, you shouldn't be talking to me, but then no one else will talk to me.
Nobody else. I'll
You'll
talk to you.
talk to me?
Sure.
Yeah.
Did I talk to you before?
No.
No. So it's the first time.
Yes.
So what side are you on? Are you on Antifa side?
Antifa.
Oh, and there you go. Oh, my guy, my man.
I hate these fucking people. They're stupid. No, I do, because it's like, how many people have to die? I've read books on the Russian Revolution.
I just spoke with this, the guy over there. He's a Vietnamese, and he's saying, now just referring to you that you're saying that you never met anyone. He's from Vietnam, out of all the places, and I'm from USSR, from all the places, and he's supporting this.
Yes?
Yeah, so it's just we're talking about you supporting coming from Vietnam and supporting this and the social. He wants socialism in America.
Oh,
I don't like that.
No, I get it. Like, I understand. You want to help people, but every time it's been tried, what has been happened? Like, look at decolonization. Look at what happened to South Vietnam when the communists took over. Khmer Rouge, Maoist China.
Khmer Rouge was a communist.
He was.
He really was.
No, he wasn't the argument. He wasn't a true communist.
No,
They always have the excuse. He wasn't true.
No, because when you have nationalist rhetoric, it's not communism. You don't have nationalist rhetoric and a ideology that is.
Well, actually, National Socialism is better than socialism. I get flack for that.
It worked.
And I'm Jewish, but in the scale of evil, obviously there's as evil as the socialists, they still were a little bit better. And my argument for the National Socialists being better than the true communists is because there are the rules. There are no purges of 1937, where the cream of the Soviet army, Russian Red Army, the true revolutionaries, the true communists were murdered by Stalin for no reason whatsoever.
Did you know that after 1991, an independent organization actually investigated the poll of whether or not the USSR should be disbanded, and they actually discovered that the majority of the people voted to keep the USSR?
So I know that. I know that a lot of Russians are stupid. And that's the problem. They were stupid in the first place, right? Having a 1917 revolution. They were stupid supporting Stalin. They were stupid now when they think that they are whitewashing the history and think that, well, yeah, he did some bad things. I'm talking about the Stalin, but he was a good organizer. How in true consciousness can you justify murder of tens of millions of people? And I personally know lots of people, like you said. So,
Sorry.
Sure.
Sorry, I don't want to.
I think they forget that the Bolsheviks had a minority of the population. All they did was take over They took over Petrograd.
It doesn't really matter whether a minority or majority. The problem is what had been done in the name of so-called socialism or communism. The means, the ends justify the means, the murder of innocent people. How can you support this system that would murder even one single innocent, and that's key word, innocent person? For what?
Because they have
To
more
what
stuff
ends?
than them. Well, that's the thing. It's like you have more than me, so I should be able to come to your house, kill you, and take it. That's the idea, and it's sad. It's pathetic. It's like, and I was talking to a woman. It's like, you drank the Kool-Aid. I mean, so I drank the blood of Eastern Europeans, Chinese, Africans, and Vietnamese, and Asians. I mean, I don't get it. It doesn't. The guy over there, he's part of the Weather Underground, or at least he was president. And it's like, why? I mean, they've been indoctrinated. It's all over the universities. All the teachers are Marxists.
And it's amazing. I mean, me coming from USSR, as you know, And by the way, how do you recognize me?
I watch your videos all the time. I go on YouTube. I'm like, this is my best friend. Here's a person who lived in the former Soviet Union and is like, it's bad, it doesn't work. And they're like, you don't know anything. You've never been there.
Awesome.
It's just, no, I respect you because you have the balls to come out here and talk to these people, but they don't want to talk.
They do. No, they do talk. Well, I mean, I spent maybe half an hour with this guy. You know, he was talking, he was open, he was trying. I asked him, convince me, a former USSR citizen, that socialism is a good idea. And he thinks that he can, and he was trying to. I mean, and he, in the end, when I asked him where he's from, he said that he's from Vietnam. Out of all the places, really? Really? I mean, you, out of all the people, you should know better. Ho Chi Minh regime, I mean, millions upon millions of murdered fellow Vietnamese and then bordering country, Cambodia, Laos, and so on and so on. Indochina, it's...
There was a woman who I talked to, and she's handing out the newspapers and the leaflets, and I asked her, I was like, so how many people have to die before you're proven wrong? And she's like, communism's never killed people. And I'm like, really? Really?
Well, it's been proven that liberalism is a mental disease.
I would more or less agree.
You know, and that's the problem. Well, what can you do with these people? I mean, hugs and kisses.
No handshakes.
Right? Who are you with? Who are you with? Oh, okay.
He's okay.
He's okay. You're just trying to blend in. I got it.
I guess. I was walking around with the shirt and it has a hammer and sickle with the line through the circle through it, and people don't even notice. Like, look, see? Nothing.
Well, yeah, because
small.
it's kind of hidden by the jacket.
They just...
Yeah.
Oh, well. I don't know what else more I can do. Just take it off.
Okay, so who should be my next? Oh, I see this idiots again from Dhaka. I see this mask again. And you know what's interesting? And it's a good news actually. By doing it for a number of years, I recognize so many people now.
Really?
So the good news is that it's like the same bunch of morons who have nothing else to do. They have plenty of time on their hands, who come here over and over and over. And this group seems to be relatively small, actually. You know, considering, well...
I was surprised,
This is supposed to be a large event for them. Well,
also,
sure.
take notice. If you see that billboard over, it's the Xinhua News Agency. There you see the credential thing right below.
Yes.
Yeah,
Xinhua, sure. Well, they'd rather trust Xinhua than, I guess, Fox News or any of our outlets. I mean, I sort of can understand younger generation, sort of, being brainwashed. But when the older folks,
when you have people,
60s, I mean, what's wrong with you guys, really?
What's wrong with me?
No, with those guys, the guys who are over 60.
I'm just blind. It's cognitive dissonance, or they just don't want to admit it.
Yeah.
I mean, even you had guys like Jacques Derrida in the 60s even have to say Marxism doesn't work because it kills people. And then they turned it around. Instead of it being the bourgeoisie and the proletariat, it's now gays against straights, women against men, blacks against whites. And it's like, no. Their answer to everything isn't communism. I don't understand that. It's like, why? What else do you... And I asked them, and I'm like, what happens after the revolution? And they're like, oh, I don't know. Like, what do you mean you don't know? You're carrying around a banner supporting communism, but you don't know what's going to happen? Shouldn't you know? Shouldn't you have read a book that says... I mean, when you read the books and you see what happens, it's like all the... You had loyal communists... I'm sure you read the Gulag Archipelago?
Not really. I didn't need to.
Well, of course, you didn't need to. But
I know people who actually came from gulags. I actually traveled to the area many times where the gulags were. In Magadan area, it was kind of infamous for the political prisoners and the otherwise gulag prisoners.
You had people that were loyal Communist Party members that were sent off just because, oh well, you're a rightist, you're a Trotskyist, whatever it happens to be. So it's just, to me, it's just shameful.
Oh, okay. I know. So, who's the next victim?
I don't know, but I wish you hunting. It was very good to meet you.
Okay, pleasure. Anytime. Nice meeting you guys. All right. We shall prevail.
Yeah, all right, take it easy. God bless.
Okay, see ya. God bless you guys.
Have a good one.
Thanks, you too. You're back with the pussy hats?
Can we make some noise for the statement from Gloria Steinem?
So, have you convinced many people so far?
Huh?
Have you convinced many people to become socialists?
Wait, what?
Have you convinced many people to become socialists so far?
I'm just here to pass out flyers.
Ah, that's it?
Yeah.
Making a few bucks here and there, I guess?
No.
No?
No.
Oh, okay. So you're saying you're paying taxes. What exactly do you do? You work, right? You have employer? And what kind of job do you do? What sort of job?
I am a retailer. I work at convenience stores and stuff, like CVS.
Uh-huh.
For example. Stores like CVS.
I see. But did you go to college here?
I go to college here.
So you went to college to work as a clerk at the,
I'm still in college.
Ah, you're still in college. Oh, I see. What's your major?
International business.
Socialist international business?
No. Just regular international.
Wait. But aren't you contradicting yourself? You're starting international capitalist business?
I do not know. Would you like a Day of the Future protest? I want to start socialist cooperatives.
Starting capitalist international business, no?
To start socialist cooperatives. Use thy enemy against them.
Oh, I see. Okay, got it.
Would you like a...
You're just another pawn in the wheel. You're nothing to him. You're another number he's going to stand like he's done a million times. You're not from New York. I'm from New York City. I'm from Harlem. We know the sword when we see the sword.
I saw that interview. Don't get too close to my porn, honey.
So you don't like it?
Huh?
Did you see the video? Did you watch the video?
It was pretty funny.
Well, it was just a discussion. Not edited.
Is this on right now?
Nah. Yes. No. Maybe.
Apparently, I was going to yell at me. Apparently, there is a lawyer from Georgia that emailed me about the interview.
Oh, okay. So she found out.
Come on, let's do it. Let's do it. This is prime time.
Yeah, exactly. Prime time.
Where's Bernardo? Mask up, yo. Do you want to go?
I said no Trump, no KKK, no. I said no Trump, no KKK, no. All right.
This
So look, the tricks
Wait.
that
I'm not live, right?
the songs
No,
that
you're not live.
these things
You are live.
for more than just this moment and more than just today. The music that we make together.